Hey, critics, let's go black on the inside of Star Magazine's February 17th issue. Now, on page 4, it gives us an update on Diddy. Now, this time there's some new allegations, but truly, I don't believe these are shocking after hearing a lot of the things that Diddy is facing since Cassie basically filed her lawsuit back in fall of 2023. We've seen nothing but a trickle of lawsuits that have basically essentially followed. Some believable, some, the facts just don't add up. So not believable or permissible specifically in court, right? Because there's probably not enough proof, not enough evidence, but it does not mean that it didn't occur or it didn't happen. But it also doesn't mean that it did either. So in a statement, though, as a reminder, a rep for the rapper calls the docs irresponsible journalism of the worst kind and also fabricated. Now, Diddy still continuously, you heard, he denies all of these allegations. And we know that the only reason why he apologized indirectly to Cassie because he never said her name, but we know exactly who he was talking about because he specifically referenced the video, right? So that's how we know that it was really Cassie who was talking to, even if he didn't necessarily say her name. But he also referenced the fact in that video that he was at a dark time in his life. So it's definitely believable that, okay, this didn't happen once or twice or whatever. This happened. This is who you are. This is a part of your character. And prior to the Cassie, we also saw that many of his previous or prior artists actually came forward and said, "Oh, Diddy don't be paying us. He owe us this money, 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 all of the things." So when it comes to basically the relationships that Diddy has had with the people that he is around, it don't sound like many of them were as good as what was portrayed because we see folks like, for example, it is the young lady from Diddy Dirty Money. Her name is Dee Woods. She appears in one of the documentaries, specifically the one that's on Mac called The Fall of Diddy, where she references the fact that some inappropriate material was sent basically to her bandmate Aubrey O'Day. Now we know Aubrey has been talking about Diddy as well for some years. But yeah, one of the first times that I actually heard about Diddy specifically was in terms of like not good behavior. I can't remember. Like maybe it was, I, maybe yes, it was like the '90s, but it was particularly at first just rumors. I thought it was around the death of like Biggie Smalls, as well as, Tupac, his relationship or non-relationship, right, with Suge Knight and his record label, all of those things, right? So that's when Diddy's name started to get pulled into the things that you realize that this is essentially this man has a history. A history of using his power to his advantage. That's the only way that I can say it. In the Peacock documentary of Diddy's, it's called The Making of a Bad Boy. Mila Morales, who worked for Diddy, details an incident in which Diddy was unhappy with the behavior of Cassie, and he basically pulled her into another room one time when they came out. And when they came out, Cassie had a busted lip, a knot on her head, and she was basically beat up. Um, yeah. So again, if you haven't had a chance to check out the documentaries, if you have any of those streaming services, you can do it there. And Lizzo, she's on page 6. She's showing off her weight release goal from her IG page, adding that she has not seen this number since 2014, telling followers that she lost basically 10 points on the BMI scale and 16% overall body fat. And although the singer has always encouraged body positivity to her fans at any and every size, I'd say, am I correct on that? Y'all feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. She does feel judged, though, says the magazine, especially since folks, they were saying, and I saw this in the comments as well, so not just from the magazine. Yeah, they was thinking that she was using some sort of a drug like Ozempic or some sort of a weight loss something supplement to sort of help her lose the pounds. But Lizzo, she has said that that's not what she's using, and it looks like she's doing some sort of workouts and maybe adjusting the diet because they say the diet is like, what's the percent they say that the diet is? It's a lot of percent. And if you eat right or don't eat at all, because Lord, when you be wanting to lose weight, you realize like, I'm not eating enough. Like, Lord, this ain't enough. But let me tell you what helped me truly. I have to say is intermittent fasting. I think that has helped the most, you know. And if you're a person who has ever done any sort of, meditation where maybe you go for a period of time without food, going through some sort of a meditation period that maybe you're experiencing, or maybe some sort of a meditation retreat that you're a part of, or maybe it's spiritual and it's something that you do with your church. They have the Daniel's fast and all of the things. So there could be many reasons, but that you've withheld or only eaten like certain amounts of food, or some way. But I like to probably do the intermittent fasting. I think that that's one of the best things. And then do the whole like 5 days a week. I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna be consistent, and then I'm gonna cheat on the weekends, right? Because it's only 2 days, like on the weekends. Although I think Friday should be a part of the weekend. Shout out to the people who are retired in life. Make me feel some type of way. Speaking of making me feel some type of way, let me finish off this with Lizzo. Basically, she recently dodged a bullet, y'all, after she was accused of bullying by her dancers and one hairstylist while on tour, and also creating some sort of a hostile work environment as well. However, it was dismissed, says Variety.com. And Jamie Foxx and his daughter Annalise was seen dining at Chiltern Firehouse over in London. Jamie also recently parted ways with his previous lady. I hope, I just hope your stitches have healed from that one restaurant incident in LA, Jamie. And congratulations again on your stand up. Speaking of congratulations to Morris Chestnut. You can check out Morris on the new CBS drama called Watson. The 56-year-old is pictured on page 13 at the Empire State Building looking fresh. So fresh and so clean in his brown suit. He also has on some very sleek brown shoes, so I guess maybe brown from head to toe. I think that was the color. Unless how sometimes though a camera will take a picture and it looks like it's one color in the picture, but in real life it's something else. If whatever color it is, it looks like it matches the brown shoes or the shoes that he's wearing, and it's all one color. So whatever color it is, I like the fact that it's all one, and it really does look good on him. He does have something interesting going on with the sleeve, though. I don't know if it's some sort of a design kind of on the outer elbow area, but yeah. The way he's turned, I couldn't fully see like the front of the suit. He's kind of to the side, and you can see it in the elbow area, but you can check that out in the magazine as well. And speaking of checking something out, I know I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Hoopla a little bit later on in the show, so stay tuned so I can talk to you about that. It's basically a free service, so you don't want to miss out on how you can gain access. The Gloria Gaynor story is also available on Hoopla, and Lifetime just premiered I Will Survive, the Gloria Gaynor story, starring Joaquina Kalu Kango, and Lance Gross. Now, the biopic traces the singer's life from childhood to Newark, New Jersey, to her triumph as a chart-topping star. Now, it's one of the movies that Lifetime is putting on this month, specifically celebrating Black History Month. Fun fact, though, Gaynor also produced and composed a new song for the film as well. And if you missed the film like I did, check out the 2014 book, I Will Survive. It tells the story of the Queen of Disco. And if you watch the movie and read the book, you will have way more to compare, right? Because they say that the books are not often better than the movies. But if you've seen it and you've also read it, I would love to know in the comments below. I would love to know in the comments below. Okay, I'm done. Now, yeah. Her hits outside of just I Will Survive include I Am What I Am, Reach Out, and I Never Can Say Goodbye. And speaking of goodbye, but hello at the same time, let's talk a little bit about Keke Palmer. Well, Keke Palmer and Sirius XM host and author Bevy Smith, they hung out while Keke was promoting her new film, One of Them Days, wearing some Tom Ford gladiator sandals and some leather shorts, showing off the legs for days. Bevy's audiobook, Bevelations, is available on Hoopla now. And I'm sure you can check out their interview somewhere on satellite radio there. Satellite radio. Okay, so let's talk Davine Joy Randolph. She's on page 22 looking fabulous in denim in a seamless gap dress. It's accessorized with sparkling choppered jewelry. The Oscar winner described feeling feminine and also empowered while she attended the Met Gala. Now, she also did an interview, y'all, and I caught this. Maybe it's just because I was looking her up. But I caught this interview that she did with Good Morning America about how initially she was actually looking to be a singer. And singing was sort of her goal. And she just got into acting. And although she didn't dream of it, she just kind of let the universe take the wheel. So congratulations, Divine, and welcome, darling. You're a thespian and you was always close to us because music is right there, right? Musical theater. Ha ha ha. You cannot musical theater, it's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, and shout out to Alicia Keys. I think she was nominated for Hell's Kitchen for a Grammy. I can't remember if she won specifically for Hell's Kitchen. I know she won a was it the Lifetime, one of the Lifetime Achievement Awards, I believe it was. I still got to give y'all a recap on the Grammys. Forgive me, I lost my voice last week and like for a few days, and I was sounding like Oscar the Grouch when it was starting to come back, y'all. So I was like, hold up, wait a minute, they not like us. They not like us. Kendrick Lamar is also featured. I'm sure y'all have watched the halftime show. The game actually is still on right now. I think it was the well, it wasn't. I think it was definitely Philly who was in in the lead. And it wasn't just a little bit, it was actually a lot of bit. So I'll talk about that probably in another video. And let's talk videos and being caught together. I don't think it was in a bad way though. Kris Jenner's man, Corey Gamble, was captured hanging out courtside with reporter Malika Andrews. And in case you're wondering, which I'm sure you are, it was innocent. It was innocent. And whether you believe me or not, it's on page 13. If y'all think differently from me, again, put it in the comments below. Gabrielle Union, she's on page 14, giving looks and a short bob. She's posing in front of the Schiaparelli Haute Couture Spring Summer 2025 show. She looks so good. I love this dress. I love the way she's wearing the whole entire look. Everybody can't pull it off, but her body, yada, 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 yada. I'm still mad that they canceled one of my favorite shows. I'm not even a big show watcher, but Being Mary Jane was one of my favorite. I don't know why I love that show so much, but I love that show. I love that show. Okay, I'm back. Speaking of loving, the fabulous Regina King was also out at the show. She was wearing all white. It was an all white suit with the deep V cut and braids. This sound like Regina with the braids. She was also carrying the designer's $7,200 anatomy jewelry bag, I believe is how I pronounce that. And yeah, shout out to Regina. It was a couple of other people who was also wearing it, but my sister who was wearing it was Miss Regina King. And Tyra Banks is on page 20 wearing an oversized cover up at the Australian. Oh, listen, I'm so side note. Tyra Banks wearing this oversized cover up. It honestly reminded me of that American woman. Uh is it Onaja? Is that her name? Onaja? The one who went to Pakistan to meet her 99-day fiance. That's I mean, that's what the look is giving. That's what the look is giving. Okay. Baby, I need at least 100K USD. Okay. USD. I don't want nothing less. 2,000 a week. Okay. 2,000 a week. Let's get into the meat of potatoes. Meat of potatoes. Try the meat and potatoes, whatever it is that you want to put up in your soup, honey. Let's talk a little bit about Barack and Michelle. And I gotta tell you that I do have a correction when it comes to this, because the old rumors of basically Barack and Jennifer Aniston, I didn't realize these were old rumors. Why was this new to me? This new to me, huh? Well, it's come back to veer its ugly head, says the magazine. And again, I'm here to follow up. Now, while Star Magazine is reporting this, I first actually heard this via the MVMO podcast channel. So thank you for that, MVMO. That rumor, y'all, is not true that Jennifer Aniston and Barack is having any type of relations. She also said so herself in an interview with Jimmy Kimmel Live. Now, the magazine says that Jen hates having to fend off these rumors. Side note, that's the part I really don't believe, though. That part where they say she hates it. Because I feel like when something is truly a rumor, but it's a cute rumor, it's a cute, like maybe I'm just misreading it, but it's a cute rumor. I think it's a little flattering. The magazine, however, does not agree with that. And they believe that Jennifer is annoyed by all of this, okay? Plus, the public has, they've been raising eyebrows since Michelle basically missed Jimmy Carter's funeral and also the inauguration child. I just think it was just like, Barack, you're the president, you go. She probably also added maybe like some lawyer lingo, the mentor mentee pillow talk. I will never be privy to. I'm gonna go to Hawaii for a long vacation. I don't know. I might listen. Don't listen to me. Actually, don't listen to me. Even the View host, Megan McCain, she actually spoke out on the January 2020, the January 22nd episode, saying that there was truth actually to the rumors. Now, I don't believe that Miss Michelle missed those events for any other reason than she ain't want to go. Period. But the Obamas have taken the high road on this. And they have not even engaged in the drama. As a matter of fact, the MVMO podcast, they actually played a clip from the campaign trail where Michelle talked about how there was going to be lies about them in the future and to not believe the lies. It's basically another distraction, critics. That's the way I interpreted it. That's what I interpreted it as. If you also remember on January the 17th, Barack wished Michelle a happy birthday, saying you fill every room with warmth, wisdom, humor, and grace, and you look good doing it. I'm so lucky to be able to take on life's adventures with you. And Michelle responded, love you, honey. The girls are all grown, though, y'all, living in Los Angeles. They good. They are so good. No need for me to bring this up anymore. Yeah. Shout out to Shout out to Michelle specifically. Shout out to Michelle, girl. And before I go, I gotta say this one last thing. I will never see. I'm probably with everybody else. I will never see Uncle Sam the same anymore, except as Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, as Samuel L. Mother Jackson. Okay. On page 37, though, Samuel L. Jackson is talking about a very special time where he ushered at the funeral for Dr. Martin Luther King in 1968. He was a young, strapping lad attending Morehouse College when Dr. King was assassinated, and he was recruited to be an usher, saying they needed volunteers to help people around campus. And I remember seeing people like Harry Belafonte and Sidney Poitier, people that I thought I'd never see, let alone have a relationship later in life. All right, Samuel L. Jackson. If you have not had a chance to watch the halftime performance, again, I'll be talking about it probably a little bit later in a different video. But Samuel L. Jackson played a very special role. He was the Uncle Sam of the entire performance, halftime performance with Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA, and now also I will say Samuel L. Jackson or Uncle Sam, and then he say Uncle Sam. That's kind of the way he said it, I think. And then, of course, also there was Serena Williams, who made a surprise performance by doing the Crip Walk, which is interesting because he also did the song Not Like Us, and he actually said Drake name. Like he said his name, Drake. He said his name. I don't know why. What mustard? Okay, I'm done. I'm messing up the microphone, everything. Okay, so thank y'all for staying till the end. Just as a reminder, most magazines and books mentioned today is sourced through Hoopla, a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. Special shout out to the librarians marching in the Super Bowl parade earlier today, promoting that the public show their library card. I actually love that, y'all. Here at the Critic Chronicles, though, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced through our public library. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today.